Hey, 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 love bugs! What is going on? My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode number 34 of Let's Play Through Lufia and the Fortress of Doom on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. In our previous episode, we did dilly-dally a little bit as we were concluding the video. I started my outro, but then realized, you know what? Let's go ahead and get that little extra bit of experience on Kenzo so he can go ahead and access level 20, which he did. But as for the, I guess, actual meat and potatoes of our previous episode, we made our way through the blue tower and ended up picking up one of the 3 gems that we need to hopefully gain access to Elfreya. We'll have to see how that's going to play out. We don't know for sure what is going to be the result of us finding all of the gems, but we've got one of them. And strangely enough, the one that we picked up in the blue tower was called the Green Jade. So they might have switched it up on us a little bit, who knows. But what we are tasked with doing now is heading to the green tower. Oh, but before I actually forget, I wanted to just highlight again that we did pick up a blue ring in the blue tower, which we went ahead and put on Kenzo, and I don't remember what he had before. Was it the ghost ring? Might have been what he had. So again, I don't know what all this changed, but we do see an increase in his attack power and defensive power. So any other specifics, I really, or maybe it was the Sonic ring? I don't think it was the Sonic ring. But any other changes, I couldn't tell you because we cannot see descriptions for anything other than spells, which I will never stop saying that absolutely drives me crazy. But it is what it is. Let's continue onward to the green tower. These enemies are driving me a little crazy. I'm thinking I might want to just try using a sweet water to see if we can get there as promptly as possible. And okay, can you guys please give us some space. One thing that is good though, and I probably should have mentioned this also in just describing the green tower as our next destination, we did have someone in town share with us that there is actually an inn that is accessible at the green tower specifically. Now, why none of the other towers have something like that, or they don't have something like that, do not ask me. I guess real estate was a little better for the green tower, and it made more sense to open an inn there. I don't know, but what I do know is I do want to throw out a stronger on Jaren. Oh, I guess it doesn't hurt to do it on Aguro, and then we'll do just a plain old strong on Kenzo and Lufia, just so we're kind of set up. Although we are right on the cusp of accessing the tower, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. The status ailments are getting real, you guys. The monsters do not play on this... Oh, okay. On this part of the map. Oh, yes, I forgot. I believe poison cures poison. Do not ask me. Do not ask me at all. What is up with that? We're just going to roll up the punches, as usual. Something else to keep in mind that was shared with us by one of the townsfolk is that the towers do become increasingly more challenging as you're making your way through. So we will want to make sure, if not here, somewhere that you are prepared for what lies ahead. So let's head right back in and we'll see what awaits us. Other than, you know, oh Lord, Horoquins. It's been real. It's been hella real dealing with you guys in our last episode, but that's okay. I'm ready. We've got this. Shouldn't be an issue. Or at least fingers crossed. It should not be an issue. We'll see though. We know they love dealing those obnoxious status effects, which cause some problems, especially coupled with the dark elves. But our levels are higher, and honestly, I think we're okay. I just recalled the towers being a bit more of a pain in the butt than it honestly ended up being when revisiting it all with you guys in tow. But I guess that's how it goes. Whenever you guys are with me on camera, the enemies seem to love behaving. Imagine that. Anyway, we found a green ring in the green tower, and you know what? I'm going to actually give this to... I think I'm going to give this to Jaren, even though I do like the flame ring on her. Let's see. We see her attack go up a little bit. Defense goes up a nice little chunk. But we see that int, agility, and magic resistance all go up in addition to the attack power and defensive power. Now, I don't know if this affects any spells. I really don't know. But hey, just with the stat increase alone, I think this is worth it to go ahead and slap on Jaren. I think agility really is the stat to emphasize and prioritize for her. But again, it's completely up to you guys how you want to optimize your party, what you want to put on them, and just how creative you want to get with what you split up. And oh no. Well, we've got some new faces, so that's always great. We've got the dark demons, the gargoyles, which I'm not even going to talk any smack about because we did see what happened the last time I did that. So let's not do that. And then the will-o-wisp. We've seen them before, but I don't remember. Are they a problem? Oh, that bolt was definitely a problem. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're not messing with this. Not at all. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, at least we got a high potion out of that. So, you know, technically you could say we broke even for healing up at least one person. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a journey. But we like journeys. Oh, I'll do a normal strong on Jaren. And honestly, I think that will be just fine. So let me see. I actually think I want to go up northward. Oh, here's the inn. Yeah. Let's just talk to him. Hello, are you staying? This is an inn? Do you make any money here? It's strange, but the same guests always come, so I do well here. It's 150 gold pieces a night. Again, talk about highway robbery. That is a lot of money. But to be fair, he is kind of just sitting in a dangerous tower. I feel like I would have a couple guards stationed outside just to prevent those dark demons from coming in and stealing my money. But I guess he does well for himself. So who am I to criticize? Who am I to talk any smack? But again, I mentioned this a few minutes ago before we even made it to the tower, that there is an inn here. So, you know, don't feel like you can't expend your mana because you do have the opportunity to just hop on over to the inn. Yeah, the dark demons, definitely a problem, but what's not a problem is that Jaren will soon be level 19, so she actually caught up with the crew pretty quickly, so that is very nice. So even if you didn't really take the time to level her up earlier on, she should get caught up pretty quickly. But oh, a magic guard for us. That's great. And what do we have here? A switcheroo? There's a switch. Someone says it's up now. Do you want to move the switch? Yes, we are going to want to go ahead and flip this down. So Kenzo lowers the switch. Excellent. And now what we're going to do is head over to that right-hand side. I don't know if you guys saw, but there is another stairwell over there, so that is kind of the prize that our eyes are on, although I guess it makes sense because there's not been another room for us to go to. You've probably guessed as much, but this dungeon is not that expansive either. The gimmick really here is with the switches, so you should be pretty okay to navigate everything here. But okay, now I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing. And ooh, before I grab that, let me actually, I'm trying to debate which way we want to go first. I think let's start, we'll grab that in a second. We'll start with those stairs right there in that center part. Oh gosh, poor Lufia was feeling the burn in that encounter. And oh my goodness, Jaren, you're so close. So close. We'll go ahead and do stronger on Lufia. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put it on a Guru as well. And you guys can see just from the colors here on the tile that you can fall back down. So there's really not, as I was starting to say while I was kind of plotting and planning aloud, there's really no right way to navigate this dungeon. It's not that big and it's not that crazy. But anyway, so there is an EX or X potion. We got a red sapphire, but it's broken. It's in pieces. There's no use in taking this. Well, that sucks. and we found a revive. So we can go ahead and just drop down just to illustrate that that is an option. And you know what, whatever, let me just come see what is in this chest. And it is a swing wing. Excelente. We'll now take the lower stairs in. Oh, a Sandman. Every time I see this, okay, and this is maybe a lame confession, but bear with me, guys. Every time I see Sandman or think of the word Sandman, I think of this song. And okay, I know this is definitely me being ridiculous, but you guys already know I love the Golden Girls. It's one of my favorite shows. I have all 7 seasons on DVD, and I've watched, I'm not even joking, I've watched every single episode at least 30 times over the years. I adore the Golden Girls, and oftentimes I'll just have it on in the background even while I'm doing chores or just trying to chill, you know. I love the Golden Girls. And anyway, I'm gonna just leave this 5 minutes so I can finish my story. There is an episode where they sing Mr. Sandman to help a baby go to sleep. And so whenever I see Sandman, long story short, I always hear them very horrifically belting out Mr. Sandman. And Sophia's face when she saw Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose singing this song to put the kid to sleep, it was just hilarious. They don't make shows like that anymore. I absolutely love the Golden Girls. I think it's one of the most engaging shows in terms of how it really grips you, and I think a lot of the themes for its time were pretty advanced, because some of the stuff, if you go back and watch it now, and remember, that was like a late 80s show, a lot of the themes and the topics are still relevant today, which you can't necessarily say is the case for a lot of other shows from that time. So anyway, I really love the Golden Girls. It's got its flaws, you know, the lack of, I think, continuity with some of the storytelling, or even consistency with some of the characters and their development. But across the board, it was very entertaining, and I think the themes and topics that they touched upon were pretty meaningful. So overall, I think it's an extraordinary show. Nobody cares. What we do care about is that Kenzo found a high magic, and then he also grabbed a revive and another X potion. So let's just drop back down. And I don't think there was anything else on this floor, but let me just do a lap to be sure. All right, piece of cake. And oh my gosh, Jaren is so close. But I really think that was everything here on this floor. So I tell you what I will do, because that had the swing wing, and we already looked at that left-hand side when we first got to the floor. I'm going to run back down. We need to go to that room that has the switch, and I'll just bring you guys back in that room, and I'll actually probably sleep at the inn as well, just to replenish our mana stores, even though we're looking fine. So give me just a second and I'll meet you in that room. Hey there, friends. I lied. Before we get to the switch room, I ended up getting a level on Jaren, and I figured why not have you guys go ahead and just see the stats, and then I'll bring you back again when we're in the switch room, because we've got to flip it back up and then return once more to that room that had the swing wing so that we can access the next set of stairs. But anyway, we'll get into that in just a second. What we want to focus on is, yay, level 19 for Jaren, and with that comes 10 health points, 7 mana points, 5 strength, 7 int, 6 agility, and 6 magic resistance. She is killing it, and now she's pretty much caught up with the team. Honestly, it's Aguro who's struggling a little bit, so hopefully he'll get where he needs to be pretty soon. And you know what? We might be able to just run over here so I'm not having to cut back and forth 5 million times, and we'll leave this in because I'm going to sleep at the inn anyway. So we're going to throw out some big boy AoEs. We're just clearing waves here. We don't have time for this crap anymore. We've got a place that we can sleep. We are not hard pressed for cash whatsoever, and it's really not going to be a problem throughout the game. And I think I addressed this a couple of episodes ago. I've probably actually said this a few times, that I would not categorize this. Okay, I definitely went the wrong way. I was coming this way to sleep in the inn, not to go to the switch room, so ignore me. Well, at least you guys get to see me stay at the inn, and you know what? Whatever. We will still go back to that switch room together. I just had my mind in 2 different places, so yeah, we definitely still have a little bit of a trek to go, but that's okay. The dungeon's not that big, so it's not that big of an issue. And we will just keep throwing out the AoEs. But what I was saying is that I would not categorize this game as being difficult at all. I don't think it's a cakewalk in the sense that you can just breeze through everything. I think if you're underprepared, for sure. So for someone playing this for the first time, and especially as a kid, I could see certain encounters creating challenges for you and posing some difficulty for you. But honestly, I think this is a really good introductory RPG for a kid, or anyone for that matter who's not familiar with JRPGs and kind of how they work, or is not a big gamer anyway. I think this is a game that it's simple, the dialogue's pretty straightforward, it doesn't have a complicated combat system. It's very digestible, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I think even for folks like thinking about me, when I eventually have a family, I could see myself playing this with like my 5-year-old and it being something that's really easy to discuss and navigate together. Anyway, so there's the switch again. It's down. We do not want it down. We want to flip this bad boy up. So Kenzo raises the switch, and then we're going to bebop on back over to that floor that had the swing wing, and these guys will go down pretty quickly, and we'll just have Jaren dish out her AoE damage. And I should probably also highlight, Jaren doesn't have to use this weapon, the bow, I think is what I don't know what it's called, but basically you can see she uses a bow and arrows, which does, focused group attacks, or I guess it's targeted AoE damage. Instead of being for all the enemies on the field, it focuses an actual group of enemies, which is great. Soft AoE, I guess is what I would say. I like that, even though it doesn't do as much damage as if I had given her something else. And yeah, there is the new stairwell we need to take. Let me actually, so I can better explain what I'm trying to say. Okay, it is an elven bow. So for example, she could, I don't have an extra thing here, but I believe she actually can use the same weapons as Lufia, or some of the same weapons as Lufia. Let me not like oversell Jaren's ability to utilize a variety of weaponry, but I'm pretty sure like the rapier or a couple of things like the knives, Jaren can also use. So it kind of comes down to, do you want her to be able to do more targeted damage, or do you like her having the soft AoE damage? And I personally prefer the soft AoE, but it's up to you. It is totally up to you. So now that we are here, let's go, well, I'm trying to think, do we want to run around this way? I actually don't remember what was at the top. And oh, surprise attack! I don't think anything is up there, but I just want to check. Oh, there are extra sets of stairs. Let's run, Let's take the northern ones. Well, or maybe we'll go down first. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm deliberating over what direction to go in. Let's just take the top one first. And oh, there's a gentleman up here, so maybe that was the right call. We're going to take all the stairwells anyway, so I'll make sure we don't miss anything. I'm trying not to anyway. For 100 gold pieces, this guy says, I'll tell you the secret of this tower. Will you pay? I mean, that's cheaper than staying at the inn, so I don't know why we wouldn't just give him the money. At the top of each tower is a pedestal. Place the gemstone in it. Each one matches the tower's color. There's a pattern to it. The pattern is engraved on a stone plaque somewhere, but it's written in elf. Not even I can understand it. You can't place the gems if the pattern is wrong. Interesting information. That was definitely worth the, oh, I already paid you. Come back if you have any questions. Oh, don't worry, sir. I actually recorded what you said, so no, I will not be paying you a second time to tell me the same information. Absolutely not. Ooh, I just realized Lufia is dipping a little low, but that's okay. We got a high potion, which I actually will probably use, and Lufia's gonna get a level soon. Agura, what is going on with you? I feel like he is really riding the struggle bus there. Yeah, let me use a high potion on Lufia. Not bad, not bad. We got it for free, so might as well use it. No need to hoard freebie items, you guys. Now, if these flippin' enemies would just leave me alone, we could maybe get somewhere. Let's see where this stairwell takes us. Because there is that other one, too, that we want to check out. You know what? It'll be fine. We will leave this in. I'm throwing out bangs. I'm throwing out frost. We're just trying to get through this because I will make sure we stay at the inn here again before we actually advance onward to anything. So we don't have to worry about backtracking to Genova for sleeping and saving and all that good stuff. So we are set up for success. And to add to that momentum is Lufia's brand new level 20. She also got 10 HP. That's amazing. 13 mana points. Only 1 strength, but that's okay because it's balanced out with 6 intelligence and 5 magic resistance. So we will happily take that. And oh, here's another pedestal. Look, a pedestal. That is all we can do with that. I do want to go back and just see what's in that left side because I truly don't remember. And I don't know if it's anything that matters, but just in case, you guys know me. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And if there is a treasure chest in there, not that I think it would be anything extraordinary or game-changing, but it might still behoove us just to go ahead and check it out. And then we will actually wrap up the episode by running outside after we stay at the inn. Oh, did this just take us back here? I think we basically went in a circle, didn't we? Is what I think just happened, right? I'm not crazy, right? That is the same thing as the other stairwell. There were just 2 that led to that floor. And then the north one took us to the guy who had the secret information. And then the southern one took us to that pedestal, I think is what happened. Yes, it looks like that is the case. Okay. Well, just to avoid a whole lot of shenanigans, let's see if we can safely get back to the roof where the pedestal was. And then we are going to jump off the ledge. Again, we're channeling our inner Snuffkins there. And we will sleep up at the inn and then advance onward. But interestingly enough, all we found here was just a bunch of the broken ruby pieces, which was useless. I believe it was Lufia who said as much, that there's no point in even taking the shards of the gems. Like, what are we going to do with that? We can't super glue it together. So I don't know. We're going to have to figure out exactly where we go from here and what we do from here. But don't despair yet, friends. Surely someone's got the information we're seeking. And if they're out there, we will find them. And good job, Demon, healing yourself when you've not sustained any damage, or at least I don't think they have. I'll be honest, I'm only halfway paying attention to them as I'm mentally gearing myself for what awaits us. So we'll kill them. I'm not even going to worry about AoE spells at this point. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. And I'm excited because a bunch of folks actually are really close to their next levels. Kenzo already will be hitting 21 again soon, and Aguro is lagging real badly behind, but he'll be level 19 as well. So I don't know if everyone's going to get where they need to be before the end of this episode, but it gives us something to look forward to for the start of our upcoming episode number 35. So one more bang, we'll check the pedestal, we'll hop off, we'll go sleep at the inn, and then we will part ways, friends, and just kind of regroup and figure out where we need to go, what we need to do. As I already discussed and described, we can't do anything with a bunch of broken shards and pieces of one of those gems. Like, that's not going to work. So we're going to have to figure out what it is that we can do. And oh my gosh, so there is the level for Kenzo. I might have been wrong. We will see some changes here. So 10 HP for him now that he's level 21, 1 mana point, 6 strength, 2 intelligence, 1 agility, and 2 magic resistance. And wow, really game, 1 experience point away from level 19 for Aguro. So we will certainly be seeing him getting that. So okay, game, I just want to check the pedestal. Are you gonna keep messing with me, or what are we doing here? What are we doing? Well, at least everyone's kind of falling without too much trouble. That innkeeper, I don't know how he's doing it by himself, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be so bold or so brave to run a shop of any kind where enemies are in abundance and pretty dangerous at that. It's not even like these are easy peasy monsters. They can confuse you, they put you to sleep, they suck your mana dry, it could be a mess. Anyway, there is Aguro's level 19 with 10 HP, 5 strength, 2 agility, and 2 magic resistance. So, you know,
Not the best we've seen, but can I? Okay, look, a pedestal. Thanks, Lufia. Let's drop off. We will quickly Okay, game, I just want to go back in the tower? Like, what was that all about? We will run in here, quickly heal up, and then, as I already mentioned, we will part ways. I can get into a fight in the inn? What? That's crazy. And this guy is just standing and watching like, well, if you want to rest, you gotta work for it, you guys. I'll have you know, innkeeper, we're trying to save the world here. We don't have time for this crap. Honestly, I still think it's insane that we have to even pay to use any amenities or have access to anything because, you know, we're kind of going to be saving the world and helping everybody thrive and move forward. But, you know, no big deal. We've got the cash, so might as well, I guess, throw it at these people. Gotta keep the economy moving forward, though, right? So I guess that argument could be made. Anyway, sir, we just fought off the enemies for you. And he says, oh, hello, it's you again. Nice to see you. Still 150 gold pieces because I don't care if you just defeated monsters that were probably about to rob me. It's not my problem. Okay. I'm going to take care of these enemies on my own, and then when we come back together in our upcoming episode number 35, we will continue our journey through Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. Again, we're not really sure what it is we need to do because the gem was shattered here, and what are we supposed to do with that? So I think we actually left the pieces there. I don't think the broken pieces are in our inventory, but we can look at that at the start of our next episode. Nevertheless, we have got some digging and investigative work to do to figure out how exactly we get the red gem or the ruby or whatever it's called. But we will find all of that out together in our upcoming episode. So take care, be good, and I, your host Rabbit, look forward to catching up with you shortly in episode number 35.